Okay, soldiers, we got to check in with our boy Sam Bankman Fried, who was visibly shaking after 5 days in a Bahamian prison. When he showed up for court, he was visibly shaking.
I'm afraid, all right? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid.
This has been a traumatic experience. Listen, somebody in the comments is apparently from the Bahamas. They watched the channel. Thank you so much. And they said that they referred to the Foxhill Prison as the Foxhell Prison because, as we kind of profiled in that report previously, the sanitation conditions are deplorable. When my beagle wants to go out to use the bathroom, I take him out. He does not, have to, soil his environment here in the house. The same cannot be said of the Foxhill prisoners. They have buckets that they are issued because there are very, very substandard sanitary plumbing facilities in that prison. Can you imagine going from that penthouse to the Foxhill prison? Okay. So Sam Bankman Fried is shaking at his extradition hearing. He went in there, and this is the crazy part. Okay, so apparently the lawyers had a slightly different plan than Sam Bankman Fried. So it was widely reported, we reported it, that SBF was going to go into that hearing and say, I'm waiving my rights with regard to extradition. Just send me back to the U.S. In fact, you can put me on a plane right now, rowboat, I can swim. However we want to get it done, get me the hell out of here. But apparently, there's a lot of confusion in that hearing on Monday because when he went into court, he didn't waive the right. So I think what happened is his attorneys, they have a strategy that is based on him, delaying this thing and fighting extradition to probably give them more time to prepare for his case. Okay. But here's the problem with that. Even though that might be a great legal strategy, the attorneys don't have to go back to the Foxhill prison. Old Sam does. So he's like, nope. I don't care what your legal strategy is. I don't care what it might do to benefit me in the end. Right now, I need to get out of the Foxhill prison. So when he showed up at the court, people observed. They said, oh man, this guy looks disheveled. He looks scared, man. Look at him shaking. He's shaking like a leaf. FTX co-founder Sam Bankman Fried had a difficult day in court on Monday, according to a number of accounts. It said SBF's local attorney seemed to be in conflict with the U.S. legal team. And the reason they had conflict is because the local attorney thought that, hey, he's going to go in there and he's going to say, hey, go ahead, take me back to the U.S. I'm not going to fight it. Because the local attorney is in touch with, it's the Bahamas, okay? It's not New York City. It's a pretty tight-knit community, and he's probably hearing from the prison that, oh, this guy's not going to make it. He wants out. He's not going to make it. And then Sam Bankman Fried reportedly said, hey, I'm going to go into court and waive my right. So this is what the local attorney is thinking is going to happen. But the U.S. legal team, Sam Bankman Fried, they're all, his mother and father, they're attorneys. They're probably, oh, well, yeah, let's do this and a strategy and legal precedent and, McGillicuddy versus Sanchez back in 1947. And they're doing all that. Meanwhile, Sam Bankman Fried is using a bucket to, relieve himself. He is in a prison with, I don't think that Sam Bankman Fried hung out too tough with the type of people that he is now hanging out with, okay? Something just tells me that, although he lived in the Bahamas, I don't think SBF really hung tight with a lot of the native Bahamian people. Okay, now he's in close proximity to them. And he's got to eat food. Man, this guy was having $10,000 lunches on a regular basis. He's got an elaborate vegan diet. Speaking of that diet, you're not going to believe what his parents did. We'll get to that in a second. So the legal team's got all this stuff, but no, I don't care. I want out. And they go on to say, furthermore, courtroom reports noted that SBF dozed off for an extended period of time and had to be awakened. Now, he's dozing off because he's probably not getting any sleep in that prison because he's terrified. It's probably pretty loud. I'm sure that when Sam Bankman Fried laid his little head down on that silk pillow in his penthouse, I am certain that he probably had the little night mask on. It's probably feathered on the inside to protect his delicate, eyes. And soft music maybe was playing in the background. But that's the exact opposite of what's going on now. So he's falling asleep because he's just stressed, man. Can't get any sleep. He's not eating right. He's surrounded by new friends, hopefully who are not too friendly. Various reports claim Bankman Fried was visibly shaking in court. SBF was wearing a blue suit, white shirt, dress shoes, and he looked very disheveled. NBC reporter Ezra Kaplan wrote, quote, he was often seen with his head in his hand, knees shaking, holding a manila folder. The courtroom is full, no AC, packed with media and folks in the crypto community. Uh-oh! So he's got a bunch of people down there who lost money, and they're sitting there in the courtroom. It's probably about 50 of them and 2 bailiffs, right? So, oh my God, he can't go anywhere to get away from this, can he? His legal team in the U.S. hopes to have everything resolved by Tuesday. After SBF left the court, his Bahamian lawyer Roberts noted that as far as the extradition is concerned, quote, counsel will prepare the necessary documents to trigger the court, unquote. Let me translate that for you. This Bahamian lawyer says, we want this mofo out of here faster than he wants to be out of here. It can't happen fast enough for us. Because that Foxhill Prison actually has come under scrutiny because now it's a global issue. He's staying there, so they're making a big deal. And you or I got locked up in Foxhill, it wouldn't make wouldn't make any news at all. But it's Sam Bankman Fried, and can you believe that his parents actually called down to the warden at Foxhill? Yeah, called down there and said, look, mama said, my baby ain't eating right. He's got a special diet, and you guys need to do something about that. Sam Bankman Fried's family reportedly called prison to request vegan meals. This is from the New York Post. Disgraced crypto billionaire Sam Bankman Fried's relatives reportedly called the rodent-infested Bahamas prison where he is being held and asked if he could get vegan meals. The founder of the collapsed cryptocurrency exchange, FTX, who was charged this week with multiple blah, 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 we all know that part of the story. He has his own room in the maximum security section of the Bahamas lockup that is known to be crawling with rats and maggots. Well, he doesn't have his own room. He shares it with rats and maggots. I figured they were going to have him cloistered off. They don't want anything to happen to this guy under their watch. Bankman Fried's relatives called the Foxhill jail in Nassau Tuesday night to request that vegan meals be provided to him, a source told the outlet. Now, look, let me say something about this. It is well known that Joseph Bankman and Barbara Fried, his parents, and him, these are liberals, okay? They are the wokest of the woke in the light of day. But look at the privilege they're exercising here. And they've got the sign on their front lawn that says, diversity, we believe in science. All lives matter. Coexist. You know that they're these types of people. All right. Barbara Fried has routinely, over the years of her career, tried to talk down personal responsibility. Okay. But now her son's in a pickle. So, the the kind of facade, the liberal facade, starts to drop, because they had the nerve, the gall, to exercise privilege and call that Bahamian prison and say, basically, hey, look, we don't care what you're feeding your own citizens, okay? My baby needs vegan food, and it better be organic too. I'm not sure if the prison actually said, oh, sure, we'll do that. They probably laughed and hung up the damn phone. Now we've got all this scrutiny on the prison down there because Sam Bankman-Fried's locked up. A damning human rights report produced by the State Department last year stated that inmates at the only correctional facility in the Bahamas were forced to remove human waste by bucket and were confined to cramped, overcrowded cells overrun by vermin. This is a far cry from the luxury compound where Bankman Fried had been holed up prior to his arrest. Lawyers for Bankman Fried asked the judge Tuesday to release him and that didn't happen, and you know the rest of the story. So can you believe the nerve? Can you believe the arrogance of this guy and his family? Vegan meals. I saw a tray for a Bahamian, for the Foxhill Prison, a food tray, and on it had a carrot. Looked like they pulled the carrot up out of the ground, cut it in half. There you go, Sam Bankman Fried. There's your vegan meal. I think they will serve him vegan meals in an American prison. I believe that they do. We do crazy stuff like that, make it as comfortable as possible. But look, it's not a religious thing. He's a vegan. That's not a religion. So, hey man, look, welcome to your life. Welcome to prison. You defrauded all these people. You weren't thinking about it when you were eating $10,000 lunches. So here you are. All right, guys, look, subscribe. Like I said before, we are just climbing the charts. We are number 625 in terms of popularity as a financial channel with a nomadic tribe in the Sahara. They've got a little bit of internet connection every now and then. And we are climbing the charts like a bullet. Okay, so jump on board, subscribe. Also, check out this video. Now, Google/YouTube is telling me that this is what you want to watch. So go ahead and watch this next video. And guys, I'll talk to you soon.